Hi guys, welcome to Marnie's TV Zealots. Tonight we're here with Star Trek Discovery Episode 11 recap, The Wolf Inside. My name is Denise and my partner in crime is Mary. Mary, say hi.
Hi, so glad you guys are here with us tonight. Be sure to give our video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Okay, I am having a fit. This episode was so amazing. All these people who are talking about, oh, the arcs are too long in Star Trek Discovery. You can make this arc as long as you want because I am living. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, put that on Do Not Disturb. Okay, so let's jump into it. Stamets is finally found cradling a dead Dr. Culber. I still am upset about this, but I feel like they gave us some hints about these deaths and resurrections later in the episode. I thought it was really interesting when he said the forest is dark, but I can see him through the trees. Later in the episode, we know who he's talking about, but at first I thought he was like, I could see Culber, and I'm like, it's himself. I was dead. Oh, okay. I went too far. So let's go back to the Shinjo. Burnham is kind of getting used to being the captain. She's learning how to be ruthless. And then Suru walks in and he's just her servant. It's his job to bathe her and dress her. And oh my gosh, the camaraderie that they have in the real world versus this. I don't know if he's used to her being mean to him or what, but just broke my heart to see him in the servant role. And then, later in bed with Ash, she's like, you keep me grounded. And he's like, you're my tether. And I'm like, lies.
I know, I was so upset. And you could see it on his face. Was it me or did he even start looking like Vogt? Okay, go ahead.
It's not him. Oh, it's the eyes. They can't change the eyes. Anyway, so she gets a transmission from the Discovery. Tilly's like, is this a secure channel? Like, oh my gosh, how are you guys, doing or whatever? Suru, they're kind of talking about the plan. And then he's like, by the way, simply curiosity, have you seen any of my kind in this universe? And Michael's like, no. And I'm just like, why you lying? Why you always lying? Anyway.
But you know what? They both were lying because he totally did not tell her about the doctor being killed. Yeah. So, I mean, they both were lying. So
it's true. And also the fact that since they found Stamets with the doctor, they're assuming that Stamets was the one that killed him. Now, they're also figuring out that Stamets is not himself. So if he did kill him, it was accidental, his neural pathways are all out of whack. They looking at his brain and stuff. And Tilly is like, if the spores hurt him, then the spores can heal him. So she's got a plan to put him back in the, I forgot the name of it, in the spore drive, and put the spores in there with him and see if they can fix him. So back on the Shinjo, they get a message from the Emperor that says they need to go and destroy the rebel base and kill the Firewolf. Now, this is the leader of the rebels. They found out that he's actually going to be on this base, and he's a Klingon that everyone has come behind. And Michael is really intrigued by this. Like, she's like, I could help start a federation in this universe, but without the humans. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I mean, just like the way that like she really embodies what Starfleet really is all about. Oh man. She's so great. Anyway, I'm standing. I can't help it, y'all. I stand. Um, and so she goes down to talk to Lorca, and he's a mess. I mean, I don't know how long it's been. He's been tortured days on end, or has it been weeks? I don't know. And he's just like, just blow the place up so we can get out of here. And she's like, I think your judgment has been clouded by the fact that you're in prison, but I'm a captain, so I'm still having a good time. It wasn't that bad. But he was like, okay, you call the shots. Let's give it some more time. You do it your way. So what was interesting, she kind of decides that instead of just going to the planet and shooting at it and blowing it up, she wants to take a landing party down and kill the leader herself. And so I'm surprised that everyone on the ship wasn't like, you're lying. But I guess they're just geared to obey the captain.
Well, no, she was pretty convincing when she
Yeah.
spoke to them. She's like, yeah, I have my orders, but you don't have yours. Your orders are going to be delivered by me. So I totally understand why they didn't question her. Like, first of all, that's the nature of it. She's, the end all be all for them. Yeah, she has a head, but on that ship, like, she could take you out in a second. So I totally understand why they didn't question it. Even though they kind of did, they were like, wait, we have our orders. But she's like, look, number one, you take orders from me. Okay.
Yes. So they go down onto the planet. They get ambushed, captured. She asks for an audience with the firewolf. And so she gets it. And the firewolf is Vogue.
I know, it was so I was actually shocked. I knew from that moment, I was like, okay, Ash is about to be triggered.
Oh yeah.
Because what else is there for, to happen other than, he comes out. And so the Vulcan, Zarek is there, and the Andorian is there, and they're all around just, waiting to hear the news of what Burnham is there for. And in the midst of her talking with Vogue, he triggers.
Yeah, he says
Ash, and he's coming forth. And so Burnham strikes a deal with Vogue, and she's like, look, we come in peace. They even had Zarek mind meld with her and just, to see if her intentions were pure. Of course they were. And so she tells him, I'll allow you guys time to escape. But I want to know, how did you do this? How did you manage to bring together the Vulcans, the Andorians, all of you guys together are so different and so complex in so many ways. How did you do it? And he was like, well, we basically banded together against a common enemy. And she's like, okay, I understand that. And then all of a sudden, Ash is attacking Vogue, and he's like, oh my God, it was an intense moment and could jeopardize and compromise the entire mission, and Vogue is ready to kill everybody. But Zarek steps up and is like, no, you don't understand. I mind melded with her, and she's legit. Like, she's who she says she is.
Yes.
And so they strike the deal. They give them the information that they wanted so that they have something to take back aboard the Shinjo. And then when Burnham gets on the ship, she immediately is like, okay, here's the information, have it decoded. I'll be in quarters.
Yep.
And she's like, come on. Ash. And
Oh,
when she gets in there, she's like, you said I was your tether. I need one too. I'm like, okay. It was so
good.
intense. And he didn't even miss words. He was like, yeah, let me tell you. Well, at first he's like, look, and he's all kind and, and then all of a sudden he turns into his true self like, let me tell you, that was before I found out the truth of who I am. I am Vogt and I killed the doctor. And like, he just confessed it all. I was like, dang, I was not prepared. And so he tries to, well, no, not try. He attacks Burnham. And then Saru, well, that mirror universe Saru comes in and is like, oh no, get him. He attacked the captain, which I think he kind of feels like a little bit of loyalty towards her. Since she showed him a bit of kindness by giving him a name. And so, I think he kind of sees a difference in her, but he doesn't want to make mention of it because he still don't want to get, his throat cut.
I'm sure he knows. He has to know.
Yeah, I think he knows. And so she has him basically executed. And so and she tells them to bring Lorca up to talk to her. Wow. So she goes in now, which this plan was really good because she's like, they were worried about how they were going to get the intel back aboard the Discovery. And so she basically plants it on Tyler's body. And then instead of just sending him out to basically be frozen and, cracked.
Right.
She sends him aboard the Discovery with the information. And there he's sent to the brig. But anyway, back aboard the Shinjo, she has Lorca in her quarters and she's like, look, this is a lot. I wasn't expecting all of this. And so meanwhile, she's talking to Lorca. First of all, I want to say cute super moment. He was like, she's like, I don't think I could survive here alone. And he touches her hand and he's like, you're not. We're going to survive together. I was like, I was all in it. Like, yes, that's exactly how they said it. All breathy and everything. Anyway.
And
right, he did. He covered her hand. He was like, we're going to survive together. So anyway, they're interrupted because the Emperor shows up and is like,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You was just too excited. Just go ahead and tell it.
Before we meet the Emperor, just a quick FYI on the Discovery during this time. Stamets is still in the booth and Tilly is trying to keep these things going, but his heart gives up and they can't revive him. And so he kind of dies on the table, kind of a moment. But then, he wakes back up and there he is in that spore forest when his mirror universe side gold thing, doppelganger, shows up and he's like, I've been waiting for you to get here. And I'm like, oh God, what's he going to do? So I can't wait to see Stamets talk to each other. That's going to be amazing. What else is going to be amazing is the Emperor shows up at the planet, blows it to oblivion, and Michael doesn't know if the rebels have all evacuated yet. So she has not kept her side of the promise to the rebels. And the Emperor's hologram shows up on the bridge. It's Giorgio. Michelle Yeoh is back. I was screaming. I said, I can't. And Burnham is in trouble. And I cannot wait. Oh, best episode. Oh, I've said the last 3 times. 9, 10, and 11 have all been the best episodes.
No, I agree. I thought it was, man, it was really an amazing episode. Last week too, like it's getting better and better.
Yes.
In my opinion.
The fact that she's the emperor, like, I'm ready.
And you know what? The fear in Burnham when she saw her, her lips trembled. Like I don't know.
Quick unrelated note. Burnham's lingerie, A+.
Amen. I was like,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
She looked great. I couldn't help it. I was like, that's awesome. Anyway.
Right. Yeah. That totally didn't just happen. Go ahead.
Well, that's all we've got for this week. Also, quick note about Tilly. She reminded us that Stamets accidentally called her captain a few episodes back when his brain was getting fuzzy. And so she's wondering if he has always kind of been on this interdimensional shift this whole time. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, actually, a commenter, I can't remember, brought that up, and I did remember that from previous episodes. So I think it really, and it now that they're bringing it up this week too, I think he was. I mean, because he was seeing 2 of himself in the mirror was still there.
That's right.
So I think that's what that was alluding to.
Man, that scared me to death when he was in the mirror that time brushing his teeth. Mm-hmm. Another thing, last week, Tilly accused Lorca of being from the mirror universe. And she was like, why are you on this all of a sudden? Like, why is it so important to you? Are you even from this universe? I bet you are. Like, in a weird kind of in passing way, but I feel like we should take that seriously in the episodes to come. We'll see. That's just a prediction. So, anyway.
Are we predicting a Lorca Burnham romance?
I really hope so. Oh my gosh.
We need to see a reappearance of some of that lingerie. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching and have a great night. We'll see you next week. Bye.